Understanding the nature of emotions in Islam. In Islam, emotions are not viewed as inherently bad or sinful. In fact, Allah created humans with emotions as part of our natural disposition. Emotions such as anger, joy, sadness, and fear are part of the human experience, and they serve as signals that help us respond to different situations in life. What matters, however, is how we choose to react to these emotions. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, acknowledged the presence of emotions but taught us to manage them in a way that pleases Allah. He didn't tell us to suppress our emotions, but rather to control them, especially when they lead us to act in ways that could harm ourselves or others. Anger, for instance, is a natural response, but it can also be destructive if not handled properly. The Quran provides us with several verses that help us understand how to deal with emotions. One of the most significant ones related to controlling anger is, "And those who control their anger and forgive the people are the ones who will earn Allah's pleasure." Quran 3:134. This verse emphasizes the importance of managing anger and offers a reward, the pleasure of Allah. It tells us that the true believers are those who choose not to act on their anger, but instead forgive others and maintain peaceful hearts. In another verse, Allah mentions how the ability to control one's anger is a sign of strength, not weakness. The strong person is not the one who can overpower others in combat, but the one who can control themselves when they are angry. Sahih Bukhari. What is patience, Sabr? Patience, or Sabr, is one of the most emphasized virtues in Islam. The Quran encourages believers to practice patience not only during difficult times but also in daily situations that trigger negative emotions. The term sabr goes beyond just waiting for something or tolerating hardship. It involves a conscious decision to remain calm, composed, and in control of one's emotions in any situation. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, demonstrated remarkable patience throughout his life, and he is our perfect role model. One of the most powerful stories of his patience comes from the time when he was rejected by the people of Taif. In the story of Taif, the Prophet, peace be upon him, went to the city to invite its people to Islam. However, instead of welcoming him, they mocked him, threw stones at him, and even drove him out of the city. After enduring such cruelty, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was deeply hurt physically and emotionally. But rather than reacting with anger or revenge, he chose patience. He turned to Allah, praying for the guidance of his enemies, and said, "O Allah, to you I complain of my weakness, my inability, and my lowliness before the people." Rather than retaliating, he maintained his composure and trust in Allah's plan. His reaction was one of patience, showing us that we should respond with dignity in reliance on Allah, even when faced with extreme emotional distress. Why patience is powerful. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said in a well-known hadith, "Whoever remains patient in the face of hardship will have their reward with Allah." Sahih Bukhari. Patience is transformative because it allows us to control our reactions instead of being controlled by our emotions. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about channeling them in ways that don't harm others or ourselves. And when we do this, Allah rewards us with peace in our hearts and rewards in the hereafter. Practical steps to control emotions. Step 1. Seek refuge in Allah, dua and prayer. When we feel our emotions rising, especially anger, one of the first things we can do is seek refuge in Allah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us to say, "Hauzubillahi minash shaitoni rojim," I seek refuge with Allah from the accursed devil. This simple dua helps us to refocus our thoughts and remind ourselves that Allah is in control, not our emotions. The devil plays on our weaknesses, and in moments of anger, it's easy for him to whisper harmful thoughts. But by seeking Allah's protection, we prevent ourselves from making hasty decisions that we may regret later. Step 2. Change your physical state. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gave a simple but powerful remedy for anger: change your physical position. He said, "If any of you becomes angry, let him sit down. If the anger leaves him, fine. If not, let him lie down." Abu Dawood. When you're angry, your physical state can intensify the emotion. By sitting down or even lying down, you interrupt the physiological effects of anger. This shift allows you time to reflect and regain control. Step 3. Take a deep breath and reflect. Taking a deep breath and pausing before reacting is a simple but highly effective way to control emotions. It gives you space to assess the situation, think about the consequences of your actions, and decide how to respond in a way that pleases Allah. Reflect on how your response can align with the teachings of Islam. Will your reaction bring peace, or will it escalate the situation? Step 4. Remind yourself of the rewards of patience. Whenever you feel your emotions getting the better of you, remember the rewards of patience, Sabr. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever controls their anger when they have the power to act upon it, Allah will call them on the day of judgment in front of all of creation and let them choose any of the Huraline, maidens of paradise, to marry." Tirmidhi. This hadith serves as a reminder that controlling our emotions can lead to unimaginable rewards in the hereafter. The next time you feel angry, pause and think about the long-term benefits of patience. Let's make this a conversation. I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the ways you manage your emotions in difficult situations? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to practice patience and emotional control. Controlling your emotions is not about suppressing them, but about managing them with wisdom and patience. Islam teaches us that emotional control is a form of strength and an act of worship. By practicing sabr, seeking refuge in Allah, and reflecting before reacting, we can gain peace and earn reward from Allah. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt overwhelmed by your emotions? How did you manage it? When was the last time you got angry? How did you respond? Could you have handled it better? What do you think is the most powerful tip for controlling emotions that we've discussed today? Let's learn from each other. Share your own experiences or tips on how you control your emotions in challenging situations in the comments below. What would you like to learn about next? Let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to create a video on it, inshallah. To sum up, controlling your emotions is a key aspect of personal growth and spiritual development in Islam. It's not about suppressing or ignoring your feelings, but about learning to manage them in a way that brings you closer to Allah. We learned that 1. Emotions are natural, and Islam doesn't expect us to eliminate them but to control them. 2. Patience, sabr, is one of the greatest virtues, and it's through patience that we build emotional strength. 3. Practical steps like seeking refuge in Allah, changing your physical state, and reflecting before reacting can help you manage your emotions more effectively. Each time you choose patience and emotional control, you're not just managing your feelings, you're building a closer relationship with Allah and earning rewards in the hereafter. I want you to think about this. The next time you face a situation where your emotions are running high, try to pause, reflect, and choose patience. Think of the rewards Allah has promised for those who are patient and manage their emotions with wisdom. Next time you feel anger rising or frustration building, remember that every moment of emotional control is an opportunity to earn rewards with Allah. So, make the conscious decision to stay calm, reflect, and act with patience. I challenge you to practice emotional control this week. When you find yourself in a difficult situation, try to apply the steps we discussed today. Let's make this a week of patience and emotional growth, inshallah. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and let's spread the message of emotional control and patience. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, so you don't miss out on more videos like this. I have a lot of exciting content coming your way, inshallah. Thank you so much for watching. May Allah grant us all the ability to control our emotions and respond to life's challenges with patience. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.